Overlook Café employee Eric Smith opens the cafe gate and prepares for the day.
A typical day at the Overlook Café, I would normally get in by 7:15 a.m. A unique thing about the cafe is it's very accessible to the blind community.
Pam Scherner, Director, Resource Business Enterprise Program.
70% of the blind population are not employed, so the cafe creates an opportunity for us to shift that percentage and work with folks to teach them skills, transferable skills.
Shelby Glass, Orientation Mobility Specialist, Vermont Association of the Blind and Visually Impaired.
So the Randolph-Sheppard Act was created to give folks with visual impairments the first opportunity to run a cafe in a federal building. So that's why the Overlook exists. That's why the Waterbury Café exists, and that's why the Courthouse Café exists, is because of the Randolph-Sheppard Act. And these are all over the country. It's really important to our community because we need representation of people with disabilities thriving.
I was introduced to the Overlook Café when I worked with the elite program back when it was just a part of high school.
Prior to coming here, Eric wasn't really sure what he was capable of doing or didn't really have any thoughts on what he'd like to do.
When I started doing the work experience and just getting some work hours in, I was a bit introverted, very defensive and closed off from the world. And gradually they chipped at it.
The social, emotional skills, the self-determination skills, a lot of those skills just become part of the natural growth of the cafe because inherently they get to try all those things out because it's definitely a mix of work and personal at work.
For a lot of kids, it's their first time doing anything like this, having responsibilities of being part of a larger community and learning soft skills. And it's really a unique opportunity we have here in Vermont that creates a safe space that sets high standards for people with disabilities, which can be hard to find.
Cafe employee Sarah Sodaro.
Some of my favorite things about the cafe, I would say, are the people that I work with and just the atmosphere. In general, it's a very positive, supportive, inviting atmosphere, and everyone is very kind. It's the main thing I really love about it.
A happy customer gives a thumbs up. Cafe customer Cody Rock.
I think I've been coming to the Overlook Café since 2013. There's always good conversation to be had.
Customer Beverly Everest.
They have things for people who have special dietary needs. Most of the food is all very healthy. I couldn't ask for a nicer place to come and enjoy lunch.
Community is the most powerful part of this. And being in a building like this, I think that the state employees have become part of that community. And they are incredibly supportive. And they are incredibly interested in the progress that the students are making, that the operator makes.
Weekly specials written on a whiteboard.
I just like the vibe here. Without the cafe, this would be not as much fun to come to work every day.
One of the beauties of being in Burlington is the fact that the location is accessible. People take the bus. Schools can drop them off.
From where my house is, having a bus stop that's really close and then being able to get on the bus stop and take the bus downtown and having the cafe be right next to the bus stop has been amazing. It's been super convenient.
Vermont Governor Phil Scott holds a press conference on March 13th, 2020.
The state, nation, and world learn more about this new virus every single day. And public health officials and governments across the country are working to put what we learn into action. Because our top priority is to protect our people.
When COVID kicked off, everyone stopped coming in for a brief period of time. All of a sudden, there was a lot of caterings here.
When the pandemic started, the cafe slowed down and there became an opportunity for the cafe to provide frozen meals to the Everyone Eats program. Completely different model for operating, but everybody got together and decided this was going to be the way in which we support ourselves until this is over with, and we figured a different way to do business.
Literally lit a fire under us and got us moving like more than what we did usually.
The cafe really rose to the occasion and created a really workable model for the last 3 years that kept everyone employed, kept everyone engaged, kept everyone safe, and kept everybody coming to work every day.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Eric helps a customer and prepares sandwiches.
I believe getting work experience is more enjoyable than sitting at home wasting away. So when I'm here, I can communicate with people, interact, have conversations. Yep.
They inspire each other. They connect with each other. They advocate for each other. They learn how to advocate for themselves because someone else is advocating for them. They get to experience the technology and the tools that help them to do the same job as someone else, just only differently.
I just really want to emphasize like the supportive and inclusive atmosphere that we have here at the Overlook. As a visually impaired person, like we just want to be treated like everybody else, to be able to have our full potential known.
What people should know about this place is if you want any work experience that's accommodating for the blind or visually impaired, then come here. We work with what we got, and customers seem to appreciate that.
The Overlook Café is a business enterprise program of Resource and the State of Vermont's Division for the Blind and Visually Impaired Randolph Sheppard program.